Enlightened. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, we're so excited that you took the time to do it. Yeah.
We did have one question for you because we don't want to say this wrong. How do we pronounce your name?
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry about my name. First of all, I know it's really complicated to pronounce. So if you want to say it like the way my parents call me, it's Oriane.
Oriane?
Yes, so basically what I usually say is you take Ariana,
Okay.
but instead of the A in the beginning, you put an O, and you take off the A at the end, and you just say Anne.
Oriane. Oriane?
Yes.
And I don't want to say it wrong. I'm still saying beautiful name though.
It is beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so first we kind of want to introduce ourselves. We're the co-host of Positively Enlightened. We started the podcast pretty recently, but we're quickly growing, and yeah, we're just so excited that you took the time to do this.
Yeah, thank you so much for reaching out to me and asking me to join you.
Of course.
Okay, so we wanted to also know, how has quarantine been for you in France?
Well, we just finished the second lockdown, and to be honest, like, I'm the kind of person who enjoys being at home.
Yeah, I get that.
It's kind of fine with me, but I know that some people got completely crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but hopefully it was the last one, though I truly think that there's gonna be a third one in January, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, at least they seem to be following the rules more over there compared to over in the States.
It depends. Honestly, it depends. Like, there is so many people who are like throwing parties.
Oh.
But like 300 people, and like, I mean, why?
It's crazy. It's honestly so crazy to me that they still continue to do this.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, though, into like the questions and everything now. So how did you get started in manifesting and manifestation?
So the first thing was when I went on a trip to London. It was 2 years ago. And I went into a bookshop, and there were this book from Jen Sincero, and it's called You Are a Badass.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay.
And so I don't know, like, I was completely attracted to this book. And, you know, it was a moment in my life where I was very self-confident. I was extremely shy. I didn't know who I was, what I wanted. I was honestly lost completely. And so I took the book, I read it, and I was like, wow, like, it made complete sense. Like, it was the big, like, aha moment, you know? And so after that, I started to really, like, dive deep into the whole manifestation and, like, law of attraction and all of that. So I read The Secret and basically all the books I could on this kind of stuff. And yeah, this led me to where I am now.
Wow, that's awesome. We'll definitely have to put those books on our Instagram too and talk about those.
Yeah. So what do you do as a mindset coach?
So basically my role is to help people go through the same journey that I went through, but like really helping them, you know, like giving them the techniques, helping them to understand how it works, getting to work on their mindset with them. Because I mean, honestly, like, sometimes, you know, I mean, as humans, we have a lot of limiting beliefs,
right,
and like negative self-talk all the time. And so my role is to really help them to get rid of all of this, to unlock what they already have inside of them, and to just, you know, realize what they already have, but also help them to reach their goals and get what they want to get.
That is so cool. And
that
then
is neat.
People can also call you too, right? You have like free consultations where they can call you.
Yeah. So I just set up the website.
Oh, yeah.
So now they can go to the website and book a free discovery call where, you know, I can like talk to them about what I do and like what areas of their lives they want to work on, and how I can help them. And, you know, then we keep going with the real coaching if they want to. But yeah, if they want to learn more or to just, you know, discover and see what they can do.
Very nice.
That's awesome. So what would you recommend? Because Noah and I feel like just got started into manifesting and learning more.
Mhm.
It's been
what
a
it
hot
is.
topic. A lot of people want to
Yeah.
know about it. We want to know more.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend to people just starting out and manifesting and learning about it?
I think the first thing is to start small. So basically, like you don't want to like try to manifest, let's say, a house
Mm-hmm.
and like hope for it to just manifest like in the first week. Um, so like it can be like tiny things. Like for example, something that I always do is like I always manifest a parking spot.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
cool.
It's like tiny and maybe stupid, but like wherever I go, I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna find the perfect spot, and I'm gonna come. I'm gonna just park my car, and everything will be fine. And every single time, I find a place to park.
That is so cool. That's so neat.
Wow.
So yeah, you can start small, and also learn from the beginning to just let go. So basically, like you want to set the intention and don't obsess over it, because like when you start to constantly think about it, you create this lack vibration. So the universe is like, oh, like you don't have it yet. Okay, you don't have it yet. But like if you think, okay, I'm getting this, and then you just completely let go, the universe is like, okay, you're getting this, I'm giving it to you.
Wow. So it's like
So
you
yeah.
have that mindset that you can accept it, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and one big mistake that people often make is that at the beginning they like think about it constantly, always, 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 and the thing is that it becomes a bad habit.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, well, at the beginning, like I could manifest little things, so yes, you can, but then once you want to get like bigger things, it just gets a lot harder, because you have like this constant lack mindset. So yeah.
Wow. So can you manifest anything, you think, or are there limits?
Usually I say that your only limit is yourself and what you have in your mind. So as long as you have limiting beliefs, it can be hard to manifest some stuff. Like some people have a lot of limiting beliefs on, let's say, money.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they can manifest anything, they're gonna have trouble manifesting money. And also I like to think, but maybe it's like me in my like fairy tale world, I like to think that you can't manifest anything that would hurt someone else.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
That I'm not, honestly, on this one I'm not completely sure, but I hope.
I like that.
Yeah. Do you have
But other than that, yeah, you can manifest without limit. As long as you don't have limitations on your mind, you won't have any limitations on what you want to manifest.
Wow.
That's really
Okay.
cool. Do
Yeah.
you have like a favorite way to manifest? Because on TikTok all the time, I always see people saying like, "Oh, do the 3-6-9 method." I see that everywhere. Do you have like
Yeah.
a preferred way though?
Well, I actually quite like the 369 method.
Can you
It's
explain?
so basically, sorry, with the 361 method, it's one that it's very quick to do. Like you don't need a lot of preparation. You just need a piece of paper and a pen.
Mhm.
So what you want to do is to write 3 times what it is that you want. So for example, if you want, let's say, money, you're gonna just write money, money, money. Then you're going to write 6 times like the intention. So it would be like in the present tense, like getting money stuff. And then you're gonna write 9 times like the specifics. So like if you want a specific amount of money, or it can be anything really. And it's like, I'm getting no no no, I'm getting no no no.
Wow.
That's so neat.
And I also really like the scripting methods. So it can be like basic scripting, or I recently discovered it actually, and I really like doing it. It's the letter to the universe.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So how
So
do you,
basically, you just like write, like let's say, dear universe, or if you believe, it's like the ancestors, well, dear ancestors, whatever it is that you believe in, and then you're going to write what you want, like if you already received it.
Oh, okay. Like
So it's gonna be like, oh, okay, so dear universe, thank you so much for, let's say, my new car. I feel so happy and so cool whenever I'm driving it. It can, and you also want to put feelings into it, and like when you write, you want to kind of feel what you would actually feel
okay.
if you really had it.
Like all the emotions and everything that you'd be feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. I didn't know about that
I
one.
haven't tried that. Wow. Very neat.
It's a very, very cool one. I like to write everything down because like I know some people, they do like meditations or visualization, but I don't know, I mean my mind just it goes off all the time. So
Same.
I like to write so that I'm focused really on writing, and the emotions can come in, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, I forgot to turn off the lights.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, we understand. What are some things that you've been able to manifest?
Well, the parking spots, which is really helpful. No, but I mean, it can be little things. It can be manifesting a coffee sometimes, and one of the biggest thing is that I was able to manifest 10,000 euros.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I did a scripting manifestation technique,
Mm-hmm.
and like I did it, put it away, didn't think about it, and 3 days later I get a call from my grandma, and she goes, okay, so I found this account, there's a lot of money on it, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm gonna split
Wow.
to give to all of my grandchildren, and 3 days later I received this money.
Wow.
That is so
Oh my
cool.
goodness.
Yeah, and honestly, like it was mind-blowing. I was on the phone and I was like, wait a second, what?
I bet you were just in shock. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like the amount of money is huge, so like your brain goes like, and then you just think about what you did, like the manifestation and stuff, and you go like, hold on, it really works?
Wow.
Are there any?
Yeah, and also like relationships, like past relationships, which actually taught me to not ask for a specific person when
Okay.
you manifest. Because like I used to like write, okay, I want to like date this person, but then when you start dating them, you're like, oh yeah, no, that was a bad idea.
So how do you manifest like a relationship instead? What are the ways you go about it? Is it describing their traits, or how exactly would you do that?
Yeah. So I would like, for example, I would do like a scripting. So you go like, oh, I'm so happy and grateful now that da 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 da. And I would write like the physical traits. So like for me, it would be like brown hair, blue eyes, stuff like that. And then the more like mental stuff, like, oh, he's very respectful. He is understanding of like me needing attention, but needed to be independent. So I would write all the characteristics that I would like in a man, and then I would be like, oh, like he's my soulmate, so I'm really happy to be with him, and I'm super grateful that the universe, brought it to me. So yeah, but I try not to ask for a specific person because, I mean, in the past it didn't really work that well. So
Right. Maybe they don't have all those traits.
yeah, probably.
Okay. What are angel numbers? We saw that on your Instagram and we wanted to know more.
Yeah. So angel numbers, it's basically signs that you receive from, well, the angels or the universe or whatever you believe in. And so they're basically like a repetition of numbers. So it can be like the most famous one is 1111.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically when you see those numbers, it's like a sign that you are, it can be like you're on the right path, or that you need to shift a little bit, or that like blessings are coming your way, you know. It can be a lot of things, but yeah, it can be like 1111, it can be 1234, and you can see it on the clock, you can see it like on phone numbers, like it can be price points. The other day I was thinking about some for my business.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the same time I was driving, you know, I was on the highway, so like completely thinking about something else.
Right.
And like I was thinking, and I was like, okay, so what if I do this, but what if I do that? And then I was like, okay, universe, I need a sign right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that I needed to shift direction. So, you know, like my consciousness comes back,
Mm-hmm.
and I see that the car right in front of me in the
License
I don't
plate?
know what it's called.
Is it
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. And basically it's written it was 777.
Oh.
Mm.
And this one means that miracles are on the way. And so I was like, okay, so this idea, it's a good one, like
Yeah.
I need to keep it. So yeah, sometimes, you know, you just want to know something, and you can ask for a sign, and sometimes you're going to see the angel numbers. So yeah.
Okay, so you just
Wow.
keep an eye out because it seems like they could be anywhere,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Wow.
So what are there any like don'ts to manifesting? Like, is there words you shouldn't say or stuff you shouldn't do while manifesting?
Yeah. Well, the main thing is always use positive words. So like if you want to manifest something that you want instead of something that you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So like let's say that, for example, in a person, if you want to have someone who's respectful, you're going to say, okay, I want someone who's going to be respectful. You don't want to say like, oh, I don't want someone who's going to treat me bad, you know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like everything that is I don't, or I can't, you know, you don't want to use that. And also it's good to avoid to use words like I need or I wish, because
Okay.
again it puts your mindset and your vibration in a state of lack, basically. So, you know, it's like, okay, I don't have it yet, and so the universe is just going to be like, okay, you don't have it yet, I'm not going to give it to you because you don't have it yet.
Mm.
But if you go like, okay, I have that, you know, I possess that, I have this quality, this whatever, and in that moment you're gonna shift your vibration to the exact same one that the thing that you want has.
Okay.
And so this is when everything is going to just come together.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions?
I think that's basically all the questions I have. Is there anything else that you want to
Mm.
share about like your business or anything you don't think we covered yet?
I don't know. I mean, like your questions, they were really good. Honestly, like when I read them, I was like, oh wow, like I really like them, you know.
Yes, we were. Great information.
Yeah, I feel like I learned so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, but I could just say that if people want to learn more, or you know, like get really into manifestation, um, I mean, they can DM me, they can book their free call, whatever, and also, oh yeah, when it comes to limiting beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean that's a big thing. Like it's a process where you want to start by actually like noticing what like your self-talk is, you know. So like if you say all the time oh, I can't do that, or you know, I'm never be good enough, and then you want to like notice it and then start to work on it. It's the very first step, and as long as you notice it, it's gonna start to unblock your manifestation.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So we have to cut out that negative self-talk. That's number one.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for all of that information.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you were able to get on here and do the interview with us. It's been really neat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we will send you the link because we will have this on our podcast tomorrow.
Okay, oh, great.
Yes, so we are excited.
Wow. No, but I mean, like, you work like super quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so how did you get this idea of starting a podcast?
You know, I think we were talking about podcasts one day, and we have a lot of random deep conversations. And I think we joined one of those where we were like, hey, should we start a podcast? And then we started thinking about it, and we got right into it.
Oh, I love it.
And we'll probably have you on again because we have all different topics, really just kind of positive topics or things that can help you better your life. So
yeah, I listened to some of them.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we hope you stay safe, and we will send
you too.
Okay,
bye.
And, bye. Have a Merry Christmas.
Hi, loves.
Hi. So how have you been surviving this quarantine?
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, I just had a baby a year ago.
Oh.
And so I think it's just really interesting because I was a professional dancer for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like on tour with Christina Aguilera, Beyonce, like legit. And so I couldn't have a baby because I wanted to have my career. And so it's just so funny to me because I've waited so long to have a baby. And then when I finally have a baby, I'm like, the whole world like shuts down. So it's kind of funny. I think you have to see the humor in all things because if you put too much energy onto it or like negative energy, then it just snowballs into something that you don't want, you know?
Yeah, at least you got to spend more time with your baby.
Yes, I know. She's been at my hip, like my shadow. So it's really cool. And it'll be an interesting story too to tell her when she grows up. So
yeah, for sure. So we want to just dive into it.
Yeah.
What is the law of attraction?
Yes.
If you could kind of just give us a definition and our listeners.
Yeah. Okay. So the law of attraction is a universal law. So it exists whether you believe in it, whether you know about it, whether you're tuning into it. It's like gravity. It's just a scientific universal law. So basically what it is that like energy attracts like energy. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're focusing on, you're actually asking the universe to give you more of that. So it's amazing because you really can create the life that you dream of. But what's kind of scary is even if you're paying attention to something that you don't want, you're asking the universe to give you more of that. So a lot of times people are like, oh God, I hope this doesn't happen. And they like visualize the worst case scenario. And it's kind of interesting because I feel like as human beings, we naturally go to the worst case scenario. Like, what is that about? Isn't that so strange? Like naturally. And so it's kind of like we have to unlearn and relearn how to think properly, because when you think about the worst case scenario, you automatically get a visual in your head. And then you see it all the way through. And then you're like manifesting it. You're asking the universe to make something like that happen for you. So the law of attraction is just wherever you put your focus, wherever you put your imagination, that's what you will materialize into your reality.
Wow, that is so easy to understand too.
You explained that perfectly, I think.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, it's there. It's available to all of us every second. And a lot of us are utilizing it either in a perfect way or in a way that doesn't suit us, you know? Yeah.
How did you first get started in law of attraction? Like, were you always aware of it, or was it something that you kind of came across?
Okay, so this is a really good story. So I had no idea I was using the law of attraction, but ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to become a professional dancer. I've taken dance classes, and I would literally like daydream 24/7, and I would talk about it like crazy. Like I would tell people like, oh, I'm moving to LA, I'm gonna have my own apartment, I'm gonna dance for Janet Jackson. And I was just so specific, and there wasn't a day I didn't think about it. There wasn't a day I didn't visualize, imagine, get lost in my imagination. There wasn't a day I wasn't telling someone what was going to happen to me. So that was me using the law of attraction. I just had no idea that it was the actual like universal law. So what's so crazy is my entire dance career became exactly what I like visualized and imagined as a child. I danced for Janet Jackson.
Wow.
I met her. I told her, I was like, I have literally, like, I thank you. I was like, this is what I've wanted to do my whole life. And she was like, thank yourself. She's like, you got yourself here.
I love that. That is so
And
cool.
I was like, wow, I did get myself here. Like, been using it forever. I don't think I realized it kind of, when I was like in my mid 20s, I started hearing people talk about like, oh, the law of attraction and this and that. And I'm like, what is that? And so I started like reading. The Power of Now was the first book that I read, and it kind of opened my eyes to like, oh my God, I've been doing this whole time. And it like creeped me out because it works. You know what I mean? Whether you know about it or not, it works.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll definitely put that book on our Instagram and advertise that. That's so neat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The newest book that I'm like jamming to right now, and it's not the newest book on the block or anything, it's just the book that I found that I'm like obsessed with, is Anything by Abraham Hicks.
Okay.
Anything by Abraham Hicks is, I gotta look at the, I have it in my audiobook because audiobooks are my jam right now because you can do a million things.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Asking It Is Given, I think is what it's called. Yeah. By Abraham Hicks. And it's just amazing. So if you want to learn more about the law of attraction and dig into it a little bit deeper, she is the one.
Neat.
The law of attraction.
So how do you use this law in your life?
Okay. Well, for me, it's more like a lifestyle. It's literally like a religion to me, because it's so funny too. I was just thinking about this yesterday. So my thing with the law of attraction is you have to protect your peace. You have to protect your thoughts like someone is coming to steal them away from you. For example, I call them energy gargoyles. Like, do you know what a gargoyle is? They like are creepy statues that like guard castles and like scare people away, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking to me, I look at my life as energy gargoyles will try and get you all the time. Definitely. For example, yesterday I woke up and I was like having such a great day and I was like listening to my music. If you want to start your day in a good vibe, you have to create really good habits. So you get used to being able to control your energy, you know, because some of us, we just wake up and we're like, okay, well, what's today going to bring to me? Like, you know what I mean? You don't take the control. So I take the control and I go into my little yoga room and I put music on and I just like move my body. Because right away, it'll be like a song like, oh, that was my favorite song in high school. I love this song. And it just, anything that will like lift your vibration up. Because we're all vibrational beings. So whatever it is that you're feeling, you're emitting out into the universe and it's coming right back to you. So even if you feel like, I just feel like whatever today, then you can't expect to manifest something so amazing because your energy level isn't on that same wavelength to receive it. So yesterday I was like getting in my jam and I was like dancing around and I was going to take my hair out of my ponytail and like really get into it and like, you know, go off. Yes. My rubber band got stuck in my hair and it was like a massive knot. And I was like sitting there for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I felt like my vibration, my energy was like, because I was jamming out. I was loving my life. And now I'm like sitting here and I'm like, okay, this is an energy gargoyle. This is something that's coming to drain you and disrupt your peace and flip the script to annoyance, irritation, you know, all of those low energy things that if I was to get sucked into that, it would change the course of my day, you know? So I was like, I can sit here and let it totally annoy me, or I just got the scissors and I was like, cut it. And I was like, move on with my life and back to the vibes, you know, because you have to take control of your energy. And there's so many other things too. Like, for example, you know, you could be running at the park and like in your zone. This is such a silly thing. You guys have to tell me if you think this is silly, because this is, to me, this is an energy gargoyle, but to somebody else, they could be like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. But So I was like running in my jam, right? Like loving my life. Physical activity is so good. Fitness is so important because when you're on that, it takes you to a high vibrational place. So all you have to do is just slip in what you want to manifest while you're in that zone, and you're going to manifest it.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I'm like in my zone, visualizing, imagining, loving my life. And this guy was like walking like toward me, like right in front of me. And it was like, I was like, are you going to go to the left? Are you going to go to the right? Like, and he was like not moving. And I was like, this is an energy guard trying to mess up my vibe right now. So I just like, ran all the way around him and kept it going. But this is one thing I feel like we have to learn how to master is protecting your energy. Because, or if you're driving, you see people who are like, she cut me off, and they get so upset. And it's like, you let that energy gargoyle win. You let that energy gargoyle lower your vibe. And then it's so hard to like lift your vibration once you start focusing on things that irritate you, because you're always going to find more things, because the law of attraction will just keep giving you whatever you're focusing on, even if it's something you don't want.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It really does. Whatever you focus on, it's just going to grow, it seems like.
Especially being aware of it. I think that's a big thing that you're kind of saying, is being aware of these negative energies and just like throwing them out and just focusing on the positive. I love that. That's
We're
so
all
cool.
about the positive energy. So we love that.
Yeah. And so now you just protect it.
Yes.
Protect that positive energy. Like, oh, you're not going to steal my joy. You're not going to steal my good vibes right now. You know?
That is a great tip.
Yeah.
So we saw that you were a hypnotherapist.
Yeah.
And we want to know more about that.
Yes, I'm so happy to talk about this, because I feel like Hollywood, TV, carnivals have made hypnosis sound like some Hollywood trick, or like people are like, oh, I don't know, you're going to make me like bark like a dog. And I'm like, no, hypnosis is actually a healing tool.
Okay.
It's actually something that, okay, so our subconscious mind, we have two minds, a subconscious mind and a critical mind. Your critical mind is only 5% of your brain.
Wow.
Your subconscious mind is 95%. So your subconscious mind controls your breathing. Like, notice right now, you're not like inhale, exhale, inhale. Like, you don't have to control it. Your subconscious mind is like breathing for you. Your subconscious mind has got your heartbeat going. Your subconscious mind has your blood pressure at a really chill level. Like, it controls your bodily functions. It controls your thoughts, your memories. Your subconscious mind is like a museum of everything that's ever happened to you in your life. It remembers everything.
Wow, that's
So, yes, so that's the part of the mind that you want to speak to. But we are all living with that 5% of the critical mind. That's the mind that we try and make changes with. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. Like, for example, if someone's like, I want to quit smoking, no matter how hard I try, I just can't stop. I love smoking, or whatever. That's because they're using the critical or conscious part of their mind. And that's only 5%. They've got to work with the 95%, the subconscious mind, the memory, the inner child. All of that stuff lives in the subconscious mind. And so from ages 0 to 8, your subconscious mind is taking on everything as a truth. So the way you're raised, you know, who you're around from 0 to 8, because when you're from 0 to 8, you don't have any prior experience.
right.
So if someone tells you like, you're really silly, you're dumb, that's going to stick. And you don't think about it at the time because you don't have any prior, no, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think to say that because you're a little kid. So you're like, oh. And then as from 8 to an adult, you just live out those truths.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's just like developing.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, well, my mom told me every day that I'm a slob. So I'm just a slob. And I accept that as my reality, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why hypnosis is so healing, because when you're an adult, you're finding yourself living a life that you're like, I don't even want this. I don't even believe that. Why are these my beliefs? Why do I think so low of myself? Or why am I so insecure? It's because all of these things that happened as a child that you took on as your reality, your personality, your identity. And so a lot of my clients are like, well, I really want to be good at public speaking, but I I'm very shy, I'm timid, and I'm insecure. And I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about your childhood. What, how was it growing up? And like, you'll always find that they experienced something in their childhood that basically like traumatized them or made them feel like their voice isn't valid, or don't speak up because you always say the worst things, or something like someone, it could just be someone that said something to them and they accepted that as a truth. And so the subconscious mind remembered that, and it just plays it out.
Wow, it's crazy. It all stems from that.
It's amazing.
Isn't it? It's so deep. I know. That's why I love talking about it.
Yeah, the impact it can have on a child's life. It's amazing. It comes over to their adult life.
Yeah, just from such a young age when you think they wouldn't even remember. That makes so much sense, though.
Yeah, and if you hear, I feel like right now, inner child healing is kind of like a buzzword. It's starting to become something, and I'm so happy because that's the meat of who you are. We're all those inner child. We are our inner child, just grown up. But some of us don't get to grow up how we wish, how we want to. We don't get to go for the things that we really, really want to go for because of our upbringing, So what hypnosis is hypnosis speaks to your subconscious mind. And how we do that is, I call hypnosis meditation with a goal. So basically, you're just so relaxed. I guide you through like a guided meditation and imagery. You use your imagination, because what you want to do is you want to show your subconscious mind visuals, because that's how your subconscious mind speaks, is in visuals. So I would guide you into seeing yourself on stage, smiling, feeling comfortable, talking to a massive crowd, them clapping for you, them smiling, them, agreeing with you, laughing with you, and you just see yourself and you feel yourself so comfortable, so relaxed, and I guide you through that. So your subconscious mind is like, oh, okay, I receive that. Okay, I accept that. That's the new truth. Bam. And so then when you come out of hypnosis, I give you our recording for the session, and you listen to it before you go to bed. You listen to it before you get out of bed, and then maybe one time throughout the day. And the reason why is because the best times to reprogram your subconscious mind is right before you go to sleep, when you're in that almost asleep but still awake stage of your life. Like, when you're watching a movie and you're like, oh, I'm really tired, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm like falling asleep. That's the perfect time, because that's what hypnosis is when you're half awake and half asleep. You can slip in suggestive ideas that your mind accepts as new truths, because the critical mind is resting. And I call the critical mind the yeah buts. So your critical mind is like, for example, if I gave a suggestion like, you're so confident and beautiful, and your critical mind is like, yeah, but remember that one time when you went on a date and you had broccoli in your teeth the whole time? I don't know about that confident and true, I don't know how true that is. So hypnosis is silencing that yeah, but silencing that critical mind enough to where you're just feeling so good that when I say you're confident and you're beautiful, show yourself what confident and beautiful looks like to you. The yeah, but voice is like, so you can step in and go, okay, I look happy. My teeth are really white. I'm excited. I feel good. I feel like I'm in control. You can have that conversation with yourself and show yourself those visuals. Yeah.
I didn't know any of that before bed. I also didn't know that hypnotherapy that goes on for so long, where you can actually take the stuff from your session, use it before bed, use it in the morning. That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the other way the subconscious mind speaks is repetition. Whatever you repeatedly do. So that's why I say do it before bed and before you get out of bed in the morning, because I don't know how you guys feel, but sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you think the same thoughts that you did the day before, or you think of a scenario from the day before, and then you just manifest the same day because you feel the same. And if you feel the same, then you're going to manifest the same stuff, you know? So that's why I tell my clients to listen to it before they get out of bed, because you're already starting to rewire your brain to think and see and feel differently. So you're going to approach your day completely different as that confident person.
Yeah,
So cool, yeah.
that definitely makes sense. Instead of just waking up, going into your day, whatever happens, happens, taking control and making it a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you feel like your old ways starting to creep back in, I always say just put your headphones in, pop in that session, and it's kind of like you're like spanking your subconscious mind into shape. You're like, no, we're not going to think that anymore. Now we're thinking, believing, and feeling that I'm confident, that I'm beautiful, and it really works for absolutely anything. Bad habits, healing past traumas, healing that inner child. In my inner child healing sessions, I guide you to that age where you felt like something traumatizing may have happened, or maybe a weird situation. We go back to that time and you give that version of yourself exactly what you needed in that time. So if it was like a hug, or if you needed someone to say, no, you're beautiful, don't listen to what they're saying, listen to me, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. And then you take on that new truth and rewrite your story. And then we come back out of hypnosis, and that part of you is healed and can move forward believing something different, believing what you needed to believe in that time. It's so healing. It's so healing.
Yeah, and people can book a session with you on your website, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Great. We will definitely include all of that in our social media so everyone can find you and heal their inner child and make sure that they're living their best.
Yeah. Cool.
I kind of wanted to ask too, I'm very, very interested in the money meditation.
In what meditation?
Money meditation.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I love this meditation because I grew up with my parents having different beliefs about money. The way I grew up, my parents believed it was hard to get money, or like you had to work really hard, or only certain people were lucky enough to be rich and have money. So I grew up with limiting beliefs surrounding money. But I noticed that I've always made money. I did what I love to do and made money doing it. And I thought, okay, that's the goal. You want to make money doing what you love to do. You want to feel and believe that money is always coming to you, that everything that you need is always brought to you. You want to have those beliefs. But there's a lot of people who have so many limiting beliefs and have a negative funk around money. So the money meditation is me guiding you through removing and unblocking those limiting beliefs surrounding money. So that even in the beginning, I guide you, if there's any negative feelings that I have about money, if there's any negative beliefs that I have about money, I let those go right now. And instead, I pick up the belief and the knowingness that money is always coming to me. High paying opportunities are always coming to me. It's actually funny. Like I always am surrounded by money all the time. My needs are always met. And it's just changing the conversation and like walking your mind to letting go of the old beliefs and exchanging them for new beliefs.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm a person. Do what you love and the money will follow.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's just your beliefs, your core beliefs, whatever you truly believe. Because like I said in the beginning, with your conscious mind, so many people are like, oh yeah, I want to be rich. I want to be rich. But the subconscious one, the 95%, the engine that makes everything happen could be like, yeah, but you didn't grow up with money and like you really saw your parents struggle, or the yeah buts will get in your way. So sometimes you have to have a hypnosis session or a guided meditation that gives you the freedom to shed those limiting beliefs and step away from them and take on a new belief that we're all meant to be wealthy. We really are. It's our birthright to have the life that we want. We just got to shed the negativity around, so limiting beliefs or whatever it is.
Yeah. Wow. And you also have your free meditations on your podcast as well, right?
Yes. I have some good meditations on there. That's a perfect place to start because I know meditation sounds heavy. Like it sounds like a lot. Like, girl, meditate. What do I have to do? Do I have to go to like a, you know, like a beautiful fountain and sit down, or like, you know, or another thing people say is like, oh, you turn your mind off. And it's like, there's no way I can turn my mind off, girl. Like that's impossible.
Yeah.
You know, maybe when you're dead, your mind will turn off, but other than that, it won't. So to me, what I think meditation is just learning how to focus your thoughts on things that feel good.
Okay.
You know, when you focus your thoughts on things that feel good, then your vibration starts to rise, and then you can just play from there. You know what I mean? Meditation doesn't have to mean sit there in silence and like listen to the crickets in your mind. You know,
that's what scared me about meditation at first too. So I think that just going through a guided one with you on your podcast, that sounds great.
Yes. And in my podcast too, I guide you to like removing resistance. Resistance is the law of attraction like blocker. Resistance is that thing that's like, it just won't let you believe that life can be better. It won't let you believe that you deserve the money, or it won't let you, it's just that resistance, you know? Yeah. So that's I think, and I think too, when people try and meditate, that's what they find is that resistance. The monkey mind is like, yeah, but all over the place. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like you try and silence your mind, and then something from the past that embarrassed the hell out of you like pops up, and you're like, oh my God. And then your mind, why did I say that? Oh, and then you're beating yourself up. You know what I mean? Right. So I love listening to guided meditations because it tells me what to think so that I can feel good and take it from there.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Did you have any other questions?
I think that's all I have. Is there any more information that you want to share with us that you don't think we covered yet?
I feel like we covered everything, but I love to chat, so hit me up anytime.
Yes. Well, we appreciate it so much. Mm-hmm. And we're actually going to put this episode out tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah, so we will send you the link.
Yes, so that's perfect. And the new year is the perfect time to like get your life together. So hit me up for a session. I'm super passionate about watching everyone live the life that they deserve and desire.
Absolutely. I can't wait.